Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Juni. Today I'll be showing you how to make a shirt. But this is a crop shirt. So this line will be serving as my starting point. From there I'll get to the full length. I want to trace out the full length of the top first. I'll be making use of 17 plus 1 inch for folding allowance, which is 18. Then the next, I'll be marking out 2.5 inch for the buttonhole and buttonhole and button. I'll be rolling out the line also. You can make use of 1.5, 2 inches, 2.5, depending on how you want it. But the maximum is 2.5, while the minimum is 1.5. So the next thing, I'll be folding it out so that it will not confuse us while cutting. Remember, this pattern is on fold. So I'll be placing my body measurement divide by 4. It's on fold. So the next thing I'll be marking out is my shoulder length, half of my shoulder measurement. Then from there I'll come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. Then I'll get to my armhole length. The next, I'll be marking out 2.75 for my neck width. Then from there I will trace to the shoulder slope. The next thing, I'll be placing my bust measurement on that armhole. My bust measurement, and I'm adding it 3 inches allowance, 1.5 for seam allowance, while 1.5 for the normal measurement, because I want it to be a little bit as like free. I want it to be free. So 1.5 will serve me for that free. Then I'll be using 1.5 for seam allowance. That is total of 3 inches. This is my accurate measurement. That place that I point is my accurate measurement. So I'll be dividing the armhole into 2 and get the midpoint and connect it, go in by 1/2 inch, connect it to the accurate measurement without allowance. Accurate bust measurement without allowance. So this is it. I'll be removing the sharp edge. I'll blend it. So this is the bust measurement with allowance. So I'll be marking the same thing on the waist side because I want everything to be free. So the next, remember I use 2.75 as neck width. So the neck depth will be 3 inches for the front. So I'll be connecting the 2 points. So this is it for the front pattern. Let me go ahead and cut it out. Remember we folded the buttonhole and button allowance in. So when you get something like this, that means you are on the right track. So let's go to the back pattern. For the back pattern, you will be cutting exactly the body measurement without this folding. So the next thing I'm going to do is to trim out the shoulder slope. So I'll be drawing the front pattern down. I'll measure the up to be exactly 3 inches. You can make use of 3 inches for the folding, shoulder folding. What it means is that the back is longer than the front with this folding. So I fold in the 3.5, making sure that at least half an inch is overlapping the front. Half an inch is overlapping the front. Then I went ahead and pin it down. So I'll be cutting the back neck. Just trace it this way. Doesn't have measurement. Trace it this way. For the back armhole, I'll be leaving out half inch because front and back is not supposed to be the same. I left half inch on the armhole area. Let me show you what I mean. This is the front, while this is the back. So that is it for the back. I notch here to know where my shoulder is. After joining, that will be my shoulder. So let me go ahead and cut it out on the main fabric. I've already went ahead and cut it out on the main fabric. This is the front and this is the back. So for the front, I notch where the buttonhole and button stop. That is that 2.5 inches allowance that I added. I notch it. The next thing I'll be folding in 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Then I fold both allowance to meet that place that I notch. Go ahead and pin it down. Then do the same thing on the other one. Then go ahead and sew it down. I've already sewn it. I'll be cutting out the excess. So the next thing I'll be doing is to join the shoulder to shoulder. That is the shoulder of the front and back pattern. I'll finish joining it. Then I will drag it down this way. When you drag it down, the stitches will go down. This is the stitches. It will go down. Just get your armhole. You are good to go. The next now I'll be cutting the sleeve. I measure the armhole. Then for the sleeve, the length of the sleeve will be 10 inches. And I mark out 10 inches material for the cutting also. So from there I get down to 4 inches. Just watch carefully, you understand what I mean. From that 4 inches I trace out the sleeve, measure it. It's the same thing with my armhole. So here I'll be placing my round sleeve measurement, then plus 3 inches, 1.5 for the size because I want it to be free, then 1.5 for the stitches allowance. So I will removing 1 inch on the lower part of the arm. I want everything to be big. If you are making body fitted one, you mark your exact measurement plus the inches that you will use to close it. That is your seam allowance. So I'll be notching the center. So this is it. I cut the 2 sleeves at the same time. So next I'll be measuring the neck, round neck of the shirt to cut out the collar. What I have here is 18. So I'll be cutting the collar on fold. 18 divided by 2 is 9 inches. So I'll be marking it down. So from here I'll be removing 1/2 inch. Then on that 9 inches, I will divide that 9 inches into two and get the midpoint. Connect it, the midpoint is 4.5. Connect it to this half an inch that I came up. So the next thing I'll be going up by 1 inch. For the length of the collar stand. Remember, this is the collar stand. Here that is slopey, you are not making use of here, by the way. You start by that line that you wrote and go up by 1 inch also. So everything is 1 inch. Just watch carefully, you understand it. So here I'll be making it curvy. To achieve that, I'll go in by half an inch and connect it like this. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. This is the collar stand. So I've already cut it down. The next I will be cutting is the main collar. I'll be marking the round neck also. Remember, it's 18. 18 divided by 2 because it's on fold is 9. I'll be coming up by 2.5 inch because I want it bold. I want the collar to be bold. You can make yours 2 inches, 1.5, depending on how you want yours to be. I want mine to be bold. So I'll be connecting the lines. So from here I'll be coming in by 1 inch to get that V shape of the mouth of collar. I'll be connecting the 1 inch to the tip of it. Then here I'll be coming in by half an inch. Then connect it this way. This is it for the collar. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Remember, it's on fold. The next I'll be cutting it out on gum stay. I'm making use of gum stay. You can make use of collar stay, but I don't want it to be too strong. I'm cutting exact measurement on the gum stay without adding any inches. Exact measurement. Do the same thing on the collar stand. Next, I'll be gumming it down on the fabric. I've gummed it down on the fabric. Then here I added the allowance I'll be making use of. I added 1/2 inch allowance and I cut everything to, that is the main collar and the lining. So I'll be sewing here down. I'll go ahead and sew it down with the allowance. I've already done that. So this is how it's looking like when you turn it out. This is how it's looking like. Next, I will go ahead and notch the middle. Then on the same thing, I'll do the same thing on the collar stand. Sorry, I'll notch the middle, then place it this way. The curvy side will be this way. I'll go ahead and stitch it down this way. So I've already stitched it down. This is how it's looking like. So nice. So I'll go ahead and fix it on the material. I went ahead and notched the middle. Then on the material, I notched the neck also, the middle of the neck. Remember, you can fold in yours this way and iron down, but I'm facing mine down like that. I'll be facing it like this, one layer at a time. I've already faced this side, which is the gum side. Then I'll be folding in this other side. Assuming that you ironed it, it will be iron, it will be fold. So I'll go ahead and cover it up this way to have a neat finish. So this is it after covering it up. Guys, if you find this tutorial helpful, please share and like.